Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I will show you how to create, set up and use Google Analytics goals. In this video, we will look into what an analytics goal is. We'll talk about different type of goals you can set up. Then we will go over various reports where you can view the goals data. Finally, I will talk about goal limitations as well as best practices around creation of goals. Here I have logged into my analytics account. I'm on the property I want to set up a goal for. First thing I need to do is go to the admin, ensure that I have the right property selected and the right view is there. Click on goals. As you can see, there's one goal set up. I'm just going to turn that off. I will click on the red button to create a new goal. On the new goals page, the first thing is you need to provide a name for your goal. So I will say video goal just to identify it uniquely. Second thing is goal slot ID. You can have up to 20 goals per view, and these can be organized in goal sets. By default, it takes the next available goal ID. There are 4 types of goals you can set up in analytics. First one is the destination goal. You use that to track people getting to a particular page. So for example, you may have multiple forms where user may sign up for your newsletter, and then the final thank you page may be your destination page. The destination goal is the one we'll set up here. Second is duration. Duration goal allows you to track how many minutes or seconds or hours a user is on your website. Pages per screens per session. It actually should be pages or screens per session. Allows you to track number of pages a user has viewed. So if it is set up to track users viewing 3 or more pages, then you will use this view and the goal gets triggered when a user views more than 2 pages on your website. Finally, the events. With events, you can track user viewing videos on your website. You can track how many files a user has downloaded. And you can also track information such as how many forms are submitted. With custom events, you can track even more information. As I have mentioned, we'll be creating a destination URL. So I will click on that and then click on the continue button. Under the destination, you need to enter the destination URL of the web page. So I will copy that here. You only need the actual page name and not the domain name. So I will delete that first part and I will keep the name of the page right here, which I want to track as the final destination. Second thing is value. You can use the value if you're tracking e-commerce transactions. We won't be doing that, so I'll keep that off. The third option is the funnel. So you can set this up if you are creating a funnel. A funnel basically is a set of pages would lead you to a final destination page. So for example, our destination page is the book download page. If I had a post talking about SEO, from there a link to a sign up form, and once a user signed up, they came to the thank you page, those 3 steps become a funnel. If you enable this option, then you can enter the URL of those intermediate pages that leads to the final destination. So I'll keep that off and I'll click on the save button right here to save the goal I have just created. Now my goal called video goal is now created. I will go on my website and I will try to trigger it. In another tab, already had my website open, dajuice.com. On the top in the menu, I click on the get your free SEO book. And then my name and my email, just entering a junk email address. Click on submit. This takes me to the download page. Let's check the Google Analytics page to see if this data is showing up there now. Going back to my tab. Click on the home icon so we can get to the analytics report. Since we are wanted to see if the goal is showing up, I'll click on the real-time reports and go down to conversions. Looking at conversions, I can see there's one user on the website and you see right here the video goal has been triggered and you can see that one instance has been captured. So this is one of the places where you can see goals data. Usually there's a delay between the time the data is captured and it's available in the standard reports. Real-time reports will show it right away. But if you normally wanted to see it, you will go to Conversions tab, Goals, and under Goals you can click on Overview, and you should be able to see all of the goals data showing up right here. This is how you set up and view goals data in Google's Analytics. Let's talk about limitations of goals. You can create up to a maximum of 20 goals in Google Analytics, but that is per view. Since you can create up to 25 views per property, you can actually create 25 multiplied by 20, which gives you around 500 goals. So you can create up to 500 total goals in Google, but they will be available in different views. If you're using views, you may want to create goals in relevant views. Goals are applied to data you collect after creation of a new goal. What that means is any data that was collected before the goal was set up will not reflect the goals data or completion or conversions that happen. Another thing is goals cannot be deleted. So make sure, if you're testing out a goal, you create a test view and create the goals there so you can delete them and they're not cluttering up your analytics reports. Looking at best practices, it's better to use intuitive names for goals. You may not be the only person who's using or want to view the goals data, so the name should make sense. Second thing is you should always assign goal a value. It helps to calculate the return on ad spend. So if you have an e-commerce store, you definitely want to assign a value on a conversion so you can track how much money you're spending on ads and what is the actual return of that. Since you cannot delete a goal, you can either disable it, stop recording it, or you can repurpose a goal. With that, you should keep track of when you modified a goal. So for example, let's take a duration goal. Initially, you were tracking conversions, that is number of users who viewed your website for 1 minute or more. But later on, due to business need, that changed to a 5-minute goal. So if you change that, you should note the day that value changed, because the number of users who stay longer on a website almost always is less than as the time increases. So if 50 users are on your website for a minute, it's likely the case that in 5 minutes, the number of users will be less than 50. Finally, as I mentioned, you should create temporary views for testing out new goals so you don't clutter your standard views and reports. Check out my website, ecompitch.com. You will find articles on analytics, e-commerce, and online marketing. It's a new website. I keep on adding more and more information to it, so hopefully you'll find it very useful. Second thing is I will be releasing a free Google Analytics course. I'm in process of developing it right now. So on my resources page, you can sign up for the free Google Analytics course. Once it's available, I'll send you an email so you can register and start taking the course. It will be free of cost for anybody who signs up. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.